Is Brazil safe? You know what? I heard people get killed in Rio. Hi, Assalamualaikum. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna talk to you about something very special. Wait, before you are asking why I'm filming inside the car, it's because I already recorded this video twice. Somehow it ended up bad. The first one is blur. I don't know why. And the second one, I'm just by a microphone so you can hear my voice clearly. I was talking for the whole clip and apparently I forgot to turn on transmitter. So I have to make another video one more time. And I don't think I will have a lot of time to filming it at home. Now it's Eid al-Fitr week. It's a celebration for Muslims, so every family gathering at house. It will be very crowded and it's a little bit difficult for me to filming when a lot of people inside the house. So today I'm gonna talk to you about the most recent question that I got from everyone who knew that I'm going to Brazil. Is Brazil safe? So I dedicate my time to make a video about it to answer this question. Is Brazil safe? To anyone who want to know about safety in Brazil. Before I start, let me break it down my situation so it will easier for you to understand my circumstances. This is my first trip ever to Brazil. I'm going alone. I don't know anyone who live at the city that I want to visit and I only have a week to prepare everything. Actually not a week because I'm leaving Indonesia at 19th of April and I got my visa on 11th April. If you are concerned why I only have a very short time to prepare everything, it's because procrastinating is my middle name. So I wait until I got the visa before I plan everything. So after I got a visa, I book a ticket, book a hotel, and yeah. So when I arrived in Brazil, I only knew two things that I want to do in Brazil. Number two is go to Rio de Janeiro. I go to the Cristo Redentor statue and take a picture there. And number one is watch a football live because I am a football fan and I really want to watch a football in Brazil. I don't care which team is it, but I really want to watch football. Other than that, I don't know anything that I want to do, which city that I want to go except then Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. After I make a decision to go to Brazil, I make a little announcement to my friends and family. I'm hoping maybe someone knew anyone who ever go to Brazil can give me information about Brazil. Bad idea because everyone start react the same way. They just freaking out when they know that I want to go to Brazil alone. They were just like, what? And they start to asking me the same question. Is Brazil safe? Other people will say, you know what? I heard people get killed in Rio. And I think it's two different things. There are two different questions. The first question is Brazil safe? And the other question is Rio safe? That is two different questions. So this is for the example because I don't have any Brazil map inside my car. If this is Brazil and this one is Rio, you cannot generalize all the country because what happened on this area, cannot. It's not fair for them. So is Rio safe? I think I will make another video about it. But now we are back to our concert. Is Brazil safe? I just noticed everyone start do the same way. They send me a link or a video about crime in Brazil, where particularly I think it's in Rio. A lot of video that they send, it's in Rio during the Olympic. Many people just really want me to change my mind so I don't go there. Even, you know what, when I want to apply a visa, I use a agent. So I give the paper and all the document and they are the one who taking care of it, and then I got my visa. I remember that day when the visa agent asked me, are you really want to go to Brazil? Are you sure? It's not common for women to go to Brazil without tour agent. She even asked me, why don't you go to America or Europe? Why Brazil? Because she read a lot of bad thing about Brazil. Many people keep giving me bad story about Brazil until I just don't realize that what they told me is a little bit influenced me. I remember one day I talked with my mom. I talked to her about my plan to buy a new cheap phone and 2 cheap camera. And she asked me, why? And I said, yeah, mom, if I get robbed, I still have another one, so I still can record my trip in Brazil. I told her about a lot of preparation that I have in my mind. And then she said, why it sounds like you prepared yourself to get robbed in Brazil? It's about law of attraction. If you think something bad will happen to you, and it will be happen to you, and vice versa, as long as you always pray and ask protection from Allah. As you can see, I'm a Muslim. Our God is Allah. So she told me, as long as I always ask protection from Allah, everything will fine, nothing to worry about. That conversation makes me realize what I'm just doing during the whole time makes me change my mind. So I start telling myself that everything will be fine. Of course, I still need to pay attention about everything, but I will have a great time in Brazil. When I arrived in São Paulo, to be honest, I still feel a little bit scared to go out alone. So I always have a friend who accompany me. When I say friend, it's not someone that I know for a long time. It's the guy that I met from couch surfing. After I arrived in São Paulo, I live in the hotel at Avenida Paulista. I remember it's on my third night. The plan is I have a dinner with my friend, but then he must to go back earlier. When I go back to my hotel, I just realized I don't have any dinner. So I asked to the guy at the front desk, and he told me there are some McDonald's near from our hotel. It's about 200 meters, and he told me that I can walk there. And I just remember the feeling when I stand in front of the lobby and I see, like the street. It's actually a lot of people there, and it's not that dark because, like a lot of light. There are light, and I think it's the same light like this, so I can see everything. Everyone can see me. But I just feel scared. So I cannot lie that I'm still scared. Actually, I'm just exaggerating. But that is my feeling on that time. I remember I stand in front of my hotel for like 5 minutes before I saw someone go to the direction that I want to go. And then I just a little bit running and walking behind him. But he's so tall and he's walking so fast, so I'm almost running, following him because I don't want to walking alone on that street. I think it's a little bit stupid, but that's what I did when I'm on my first night going out alone. I managed arrive in McDonald's. I ordered some batata frita, and after that I go back. When I go back to my hotel, I don't feel the same feeling when I go to the McDonald's. Maybe because I already know the street and I already see, and I already know. I don't felt the same feeling that I felt before. My English is good. When I eat the batata frita, I just laughing about what am I doing? Why am I freaking out to walking alone to McDonald's? I just can't get rid of the fact that I believe that country isn't safe. After that night, the next day, I go out again alone. Actually, it's not far from my hotel. And before my first week in Brazil, I can go out alone at night with confidence. People still staring at me because they know that I'm a gringa, aka foreigner. And but people are so nice. They love to smile. Maybe because not many people can speak English. So they try to make a conversation with me even though they cannot speak English and I cannot speak Portuguese. So it will be like the body language conversation. I think the one who's very responsible for spreading a fear about situation in Brazil, it's the media. It's not like when you watch a gangster movie where our people just shoot you without any explanation and bam bam you're dead. No, is it like that? No, yeah. I don't know. Is it bam? No, yeah. It's not the safest country in the world, but it's not that bad. You really need to be careful. You need to pay attention about everything. After a week I lived there, I think Brazil is just same like any other country in the world. Yes, they have an issue. I think there are a lot of thing going on, but it's not that horrible. There are some safe area and not so safe area, and area which never go there because you are a tourist. You must know about this kind of place. Oh yeah, it's a prayer call. I think I need to stop. If I need to make analogy about Brazil, I will say Brazil is like a rose. I don't have any rose flower inside my car, so we will pretend that this bottle is a rose. If Brazil is like a rose, it's beautiful, but it has a lot of thorn on it. You will hurt yourself if you're holding the rose like this, but if you put your finger at the area where it's thorn free, you can see the beauty of it. You can enjoy the fragrance without hurting yourself. Just be smart when you are in Brazil. As local advice, just find a local friend. If you don't have anyone who live there, you can always find a local person from couchsurfing and then just send them a message and ask about the advice from them. There will be a lot of people who willing to help you and give advice about safety in Brazil. You can always advice from the guy from the front desk. They can tell you the safest area to go and the do not go there area. Make sure you know which area is it. If you go alone, maybe you can stay at the hostel where you can meet another traveler and explore the area together. Don't be negative about Brazil. Use common sense. Always use common sense when you are, I think, wherever you go, always use your common sense. If your guts tell it's not feel right, then don't do it. So just always trust your gut and yeah, use common sense. Especially for a woman who's traveling alone to Brazil, always do that. So the conclusion of the video is Brazil safe? It is not the safest country in the world, but it's not that bad as long as you are smart and you always pay attention about your surrounding and never be an ignorant traveler. But yes, this country is safe. You will be safe. I think that it's all the thing that I can tell you. I hope this video answer your question. I really want to make a video about this because I just don't like when people say Brazil is a dangerous place in the world. Brazil is so bad. It's so horrible. I just don't like when people say bad thing about Brazil, especially if they never go there. So I decide I pull over from my car and make a video. So I can upload this video as soon as possible. That's why I think that I cannot wait until the next day to filming. About the safety, it's not the main issue. There will be a tons of wonderful around Brazil. The people are so nice. The view is so amazing. The food, don't make me talk about it. You know, like just don't let the media control your fear. No, don't do that. I hope you like this video. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Share it if you think it's very helpful to other people. Don't forget to subscribe for weekly update and tips from my channel. I hope you enjoy it. See you on the next video and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ciao. I will repeat it once again. I'm traveling alone for the first time. I can speak Portuguese and I don't know anyone who lives in that city that I want to visit. If I can go there, why can't you? If there's something stolen from me, it's my love for that country. Wait, is it a corny joke? Ciao ciao.